I did get a chance to look inside the craft. It's a really weird looking thing.
In an astonishing revelation, Bob Lazar has just unveiled the alien technology he allegedly engineered at the secretive Area 51. After years of mystery and speculation, this groundbreaking disclosure sheds light on the secrets of extraterrestrial spacecraft. But what exactly did Lazar discover and reverse engineer? How could this change our understanding of science and the universe? Join us as we explore Bob Lazar's explosive claims and uncover the hidden truths behind the terrifying UFO sightings and advanced alien technology. In the late 1980s, Bob Lazar emerged from obscurity with claims that rocked the UFO community and beyond. Born on January 26, 1959, in Coral Gables, Florida, Lazar's early life remains somewhat mysterious, shrouded in claims of erased educational records and government interference. Lazar claimed to have worked at a highly secretive site known as S4, located near the infamous Area 51. He described his role as reverse engineering alien technology, an assertion that sparked significant controversy and intrigue. According to Lazar, he and a team of scientists worked on extraterrestrial spacecraft, each with unique designs and propulsion systems. So what exactly did Lazar find at S4? S4, according to Lazar, was a covert facility built into the mountainside south of Area 51. The base was heavily guarded and accessible only to those with the highest security clearances. Lazar described his recruitment into the project as highly secretive. He was approached by government agents and subjected to an extensive vetting process before being briefed on his role at S4. Upon his arrival at S4, Lazar was astounded by what he saw. The facility housed 9 flying saucers of extraterrestrial origin, each stored in individual hangars camouflaged into the desert terrain. These spacecraft were not just museum pieces. They were operational and being actively studied. Lazar's primary task was to understand and replicate the propulsion systems of these alien vehicles. He was mainly focused on the reactor of the Sport model, which he claimed used element 115 to generate gravitational waves, enabling the craft to defy conventional physics and maneuver in ways no human-made vehicle could. Lazar's accounts included detailed descriptions of the craft's interior, which was designed for beings much smaller than humans. The control panels lacked traditional buttons and switches, instead featuring an interface that responded to touch and possibly the operator's thoughts. Lazar also mentioned gravity amplifiers and waveguides, components he believed were used to manipulate gravitational forces. His work at S4 was conducted under extreme secrecy, with each team working in isolation on specific parts of the technology, ensuring no one had a complete picture of the entire operation. This compartmentalization was designed to maintain the highest levels of security and prevent leaks. But what is the history of the mysterious Area 51? Nestled in the remote Nevada desert approximately 83 miles northwest of Las Vegas lies Area 51, officially known as the Nevada Test and Training Range at Groom Lake. This highly classified United States Air Force facility has captured the imaginations of millions. Its origins trace back to the Cold War era, primarily used for testing advanced aircraft, including the U-2 spy plane. Area 51's significance extends beyond its military purpose. It had become a cultural icon synonymous with UFO sightings and alien conspiracy theories. Over the years, numerous reports of mysterious lights and unidentified flying objects in the area have fueled speculation about extraterrestrial activities. The base's secretive nature only adds to its mystique, making it a focal point for those intrigued by the unknown. For decades, the U.S. government denied the very existence of Area 51. This changed in 2013 when the CIA declassified documents acknowledging the base's existence. These documents, obtained through a Freedom of Information Act request by the National Security Archive, reveal that Area 51 was established for testing the U-2 reconnaissance aircraft during the 1950s. This official recognition confirmed what many had long suspected, but also intensified curiosity about what else might be hidden within its boundaries. According to Bob Lazar, the true secrets of Area 51 lie in a subsidiary facility known as S4, located several miles south of the main base. S4 is described as an underground complex, accessible only via a heavily guarded entrance. The security measures at S4 are extreme, with armed patrols, surveillance systems, and strict protocols ensuring that only authorized personnel can enter. Another intriguing aspect of S4 is a connection to Area 51 via an extensive underground transport system. Lazar described a high-speed rail network that facilitated the movement of personnel and materials between the two sites. This underground system was designed to maintain the utmost secrecy, preventing any unauthorized access or observation. The mysterious Element 115 has an even more interesting story. Few topics have generated as much intrigue as Element 115. Known scientifically as moscovium, this super-heavy element was first synthesized in 2003 by a team of Russian and American scientists. Moscovium, with 115 protons in its nucleus, is incredibly unstable, existing for only fractions of a second before decaying into lighter elements. Bob Lazar's claims about Element 115 predate its official discovery by nearly 2 decades. According to Lazar, this element was a cornerstone of the alien propulsion systems he worked on at S4. He asserted that Element 115 could generate antigravity effects. This element, he claimed, was not naturally occurring on Earth and was provided to the facility in batches for their experiments. Descriptions of Element 115's properties and uses are strikingly detailed. He stated that when properly configured, Element 115 could produce a gravitational field, which the spacecraft used for propulsion. This claim, while fantastical, has captivated the imagination of both enthusiasts and skeptics alike. Comparing Lazar's descriptions to current scientific understanding, there's a stark contrast. Moscovium, as synthesized on Earth, is highly radioactive and decays almost instantly, making it impractical for use in any known technology. But that's not all. The Element 115 plays a crucial role in the functionality of alien aircraft. According to Lazar, the alien spacecraft at S4 use Element 115 in a unique gravity wave amplification process. This process involved the use of gravity amplifiers and waveguides to distort spacetime, effectively allowing the craft to fall towards its destination. Lazar explained that this method of propulsion was vastly different from traditional rocket engines, which rely on the expulsion of mass to generate thrust. Lazar described the reactor as the heart of the spacecraft propulsion system. The reactor used Element 115 to produce a gravity wave, which was then amplified by the gravity amplifiers. This amplified wave created a distortion field around the craft, enabling it to move through space without the limitations of conventional propulsion. The implications of such technology are profound, suggesting the possibility of interstellar travel and advanced maneuverability. The scientific community has met Lazar's claims with both intrigue and skepticism. Critics point out that the properties of moscovium, as currently understood, do not align with Lazar's descriptions. The element's rapid decay and extreme instability make it unsuitable for use as a fuel source or in any stable application. Moreover, the concept of manipulating gravity waves remains speculative, with no experimental evidence to support the feasibility of such technology. However, some scientists and researchers remain open to the possibility that Lazar's experiences might point to phenomena not yet fully understood by modern science. The notion that advanced civilizations could possess technology far beyond our current capabilities is not entirely dismissed. Supporters argue that our understanding of the universe is continually evolving, and what seems impossible today might become plausible in the future. Lazar's explanations have also sparked discussions about the potential applications of gravity wave technology. If harnessed, such technology could revolutionize space travel, allowing for faster-than-light journeys and unprecedented control over spacecraft movement. This has led to renewed interest in exploring the theoretical underpinnings of gravity waves and their potential uses. Lazar's descriptions of alien spacecraft propelled by gravity wave amplification have prompted researchers to explore alternative propulsion theories. Traditional rocket engines rely on the expulsion of mass to generate thrust, a method that is both fuel-intensive and limited in speed. In contrast, the technology Lazar describes suggests a completely different approach, one that manipulates gravitational forces. This idea isn't entirely new. Concepts like warp drives and gravity manipulation have been staples of science fiction for decades. However, Lazar's accounts have given these ideas a more tangible context. If such technology were possible, it could lead to breakthroughs in aerospace engineering. Lazar's claims also pose significant questions for modern physics. Current theories such as quantum mechanics and general relativity provide a robust framework for understanding the universe, yet the possibility of manipulating gravity waves as described by Lazar challenges these theories. Quantum mechanics deals with the behavior of particles at the smallest scales, while general relativity explains a gravitational force on a cosmic scale. The technology Lazar describes seems to bridge these two realms, suggesting a unified theory that could encompass both quantum mechanics and relativity. This has led some theoretical physicists to reconsider the boundaries of these theories and explore new models that might accommodate such advanced technology. But what has been the reaction of the public to Lazar's claims? Public and expert scrutiny of Lazar's statements has been relentless. Skeptics argue that without verifiable credentials, it is difficult to take Lazar's assertions seriously. Critics also point out inconsistencies in his narrative and the absence of corroborating documents or witnesses who can verify his employment at S4. Additionally, some find it hard to believe that the government could erase all traces of someone's educational and professional history, suggesting instead that Lazar may have fabricated his story. Debates over the existence and operations of S4 are another significant point of contention. While Area 51 is widely recognized as a legitimate and active military installation, no substantial evidence has been produced to confirm the existence of S4 as described by Lazar. Satellite images of the supposed location have yet to reveal the equipment or facilities he mentioned. Critics argue that if Lazar truly worked at such a location, he should be able to provide more specific details about the base's whereabouts and operations. And there's more. Lazar has found support for his claims. Despite the skepticism, Lazar has also garnered a significant amount of support from those who believe in his story. Eyewitness accounts and testimonies from individuals who claim to have seen unusual activity around Area 51 add weight to his claims. Some of Lazar's friends have come forward stating that they witnessed test flights of unidentified flying objects on nights Lazar indicated there would be activity. These accounts provide some level of corroboration, though they are not definitive proof. Polygraph tests have also played a role in shaping public perception of Lazar's story. Lazar has undergone several lie detector tests, some of which he has passed. While polygraph tests are not infallible and their results are not always admissible in court, passing these tests has bolstered Lazar's credibility among some supporters. They argue that if Lazar were lying, it would be unlikely for him to consistently pass these tests. Changes in public interest and government policies on UFOs and unidentified aerial phenomena have also influenced the perception of Lazar's claims. In recent years, the U.S. government has taken a more open stance on investigating and acknowledging unidentified aerial phenomena. High-profile reports and official statements from the Pentagon have brought UFOs back into mainstream discussion, leading some to view Lazar's earlier revelations in a new light. This shift in policy has vindicated some of Lazar's supporters who see it as evidence that the government has been concealing information about extraterrestrial technology for decades. So when exactly did Lazar's claims first gain traction? The story of Bob Lazar and his claims about alien technology at Area 51 first gained public attention through the efforts of investigative journalist George Knapp. In 1989, Knapp conducted a series of interviews with Lazar, which were broadcast on KISS TV in Las Vegas. This initial exposure brought Lazar's sensational claims into the spotlight, igniting widespread interest and debate. Knapp's reputation as a credible journalist lent a degree of legitimacy to Lazar's story, encouraging many to take his claims seriously. Following this initial exposure, the media's interest in Lazar's story only grew. Numerous television shows, news outlets, and magazines covered his account, often focusing on the more sensational aspect of his claims. This widespread coverage helped cement Lazar's place in the annals of UFO lore, making him a household name among those interested in extraterrestrial phenomena and government conspiracies. Documentaries have played a significant role in shaping public perception of Lazar's narrative. One of the most influential documentaries is Bob Lazar, Area 51 and Flying Saucers, directed by Jeremy Corbo. Released in 2018, this film delves into Lazar's story, his claims, and the impact his revelations have had on his life. Narrated by Mickey Rourke, the documentary provides a platform for Lazar to present his version of events in detail, along with expert analysis and dramatic reenactments. The film has been instrumental in rekindling interest in Lazar's claims, reaching a new generation of viewers through streaming platforms like Netflix. Interviews with prominent figures in the media have also kept Lazar's story in the public eye. Appearances on popular podcasts such as Joe Rogan's The Joe Rogan Experience have allowed Lazar to reach a huge audience. These interviews often explore his claims in depth, providing a more nuanced view of his experiences and controversies surrounding them. This conversational format of podcasts enables Lazar to address skeptics directly and expand on details that might be glossed over in shorter news segments. The rise of the internet and social media has significantly amplified Lazar's story. Online forums, blogs, and social media platforms provide spaces for enthusiasts and skeptics alike to discuss, dissect, and debate his claims. Websites dedicated to UFO research such as Above Top Secret and the Black Vault have extensive archives of articles, documents, and user-generated content related to Lazar. These platforms facilitate the sharing of information and theories, keeping the conversation about Lazar's claims active and dynamic. Social media has been particularly influential in shaping public opinion. Platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube host countless discussions, videos, and live streams about Lazar's story. Influencers and content creators in the UFO and conspiracy theory communities regularly produce content that examines Lazar's claims from various angles, contributing to the ongoing debate. The ability to share and comment on this content instantaneously allows for a level of engagement and interaction that was not possible in the pre-internet era. There's another layer to the story. Fame affected Lazar's life immensely. Bob Lazar's life took a dramatic turn following his public disclosures about alien technology in Area 51. The intense scrutiny of his personal life brought significant stress and challenges. Every aspect of Lazar's existence, from his academic credentials to his professional history, was examined in minute detail. Skeptics and investigative journalists alike dug deep, trying to uncover inconsistencies or proof that could debunk his claims. This constant examination created a stressful environment, making it difficult for Lazar to lead a normal life. Lazar's legal troubles compounded his difficulties. In 1990, he faced charges related to his involvement in a prostitution ring, which resulted in a felony conviction that was later reduced to a misdemeanor. This incident cast a shadow over his credibility and provided ammunition for his detractors who pointed to his legal issues as evidence of his untrustworthiness. The legal battles did not end there. Lazar's scientific supply business, United Nuclear, also came under scrutiny. In 2006, the company was fined for violating federal regulations regarding the sale of chemicals and materials. One of the most dramatic episodes in Lazar's life occurred in 2017, when the FBI raided United Nuclear. The official reason for the raid was related to a murder investigation, but conspiracy theorists speculated that the true motive was to recover alleged samples of element 115, the mysterious substance central to Lazar's claims about alien technology. This event reignited public interest in Lazar's story and added another layer of controversy. The raid's implications on Lazar's credibility were significant, with supporters viewing it as evidence that he possessed knowledge the government wanted to suppress, while skeptics saw it as a routine legal matter being blown out of proportion. The fallout from Lazar's revelations had a significant impact on his professional and financial life. His claims about working at S4 and reverse engineering alien spacecraft placed him at odds with the scientific community. The inability to verify his academic credentials and the skepticism surrounding his story made it nearly impossible for Lazar to maintain a career in the conventional scientific field. This forced him to pivot towards other ventures, primarily focusing on his scientific supply business. United Nuclear, founded by Lazar, sells a variety of scientific equipment and materials, including radioactive substances. While the business has provided Lazar with a livelihood, it has not been without controversy. The legal issues faced by United Nuclear, including the 2006 fine and the 2017 FBI raid, have added to the public's divided perception of Lazar. Supporters see these challenges as further proof of concerted effort to discredit him, while critics argue they demonstrate a pattern of questionable behavior. Financially, Lazar's journey has been a roller coaster. His notoriety has opened up some lucrative opportunities, such as paid interviews, documentary appearances, and speaking engagements. However, these have been balanced by the costs associated with legal battles and maintaining a level of privacy and security. The constant spotlight has also strained personal relationships, adding another layer of difficulty to his life. And there has been an explosive reaction from the global community. After all this, Lazar's claims have prompted reaction from various foreign governments. Countries like the United Kingdom, Canada, and Russia have historically shown interest in UFO sightings and extraterrestrial technology. Some governments have taken Lazar's revelations seriously, initiating or intensifying their own investigations into unidentified aerial phenomena. For instance, the United Kingdom's Ministry of Defense has long had a department dedicated to investigating UFO sightings. Following Lazar's claims, there were renewed calls within the UK for greater transparency regarding their findings. Similarly, in Russia, Lazar's assertions have been met with both skepticism and intrigue, prompting discussions among military and scientific communities about the possibility of advanced alien technologies. Lazar's story has also propelled international UFO research initiatives. Several countries have established dedicated programs to study UAPs. For example, France's Study and Information Group on Unidentified Aerospace Phenomena and Chile's Committee for the Study of Anomalous Aerial Phenomena have been actively collecting and analyzing UFO sightings for decades. These initiatives often collaborate across borders, sharing data and research findings. The mutual interest in understanding UAPs has led to international symposiums and conferences where scientists, military officials, and researchers discuss their observations and theories. Lazar's claims have undoubtedly added fuel to these discussions, encouraging a more open and cooperative approach to studying these phenomena. The cultural impact of Lazar's story extends far beyond the United States. His claims have inspired a wealth of global pop culture, including movies, books, and media. Films like The Fourth Kind and District 9 explore themes of extraterrestrial contact and government secrecy, echoing elements of Lazar's narrative. Books and documentaries about UFOs and alien technology have gained popularity in various countries, reflecting a global fascination with the unknown. Lazar's influence can be seen in the works of international creators who draw on his story to craft compelling narratives that captivate audiences. In Japan, for example, manga and anime series have incorporated themes of advanced alien technology and government cover-ups, resonating with fans who are intrigued by the possibilities Lazar's claims suggest. Similarly, European authors and filmmakers have explored these themes in their works. What parallels can be drawn between Lazar's claims and existing technologies? When examining Lazar's descriptions of alien spacecraft and their propulsion systems, some striking similarities emerge with current advancements in science and engineering. For instance, the concept of manipulating gravity for propulsion echoes ongoing research in theoretical physics. While mainstream science has not yet achieved anti-gravity technology, studies in gravitational waves and quantum mechanics suggest we might be inching closer to such breakthroughs. Lazar's accounts of touch-responsive control panels and advanced materials resonate with modern developments in smart technology and material science. Today, we have touchscreens, voice-activated controls, and materials with unique properties like graphene, which hint at the possibilities Lazar described. Although we are not yet at the level of alien spacecraft, these parallels indicate that current technologies could evolve in ways that might one day resemble his descriptions. Lazar's story has inspired a range of inventions and innovations. Some engineers and researchers cite his claims as an influence on their work. For example, advancements in ion propulsion systems, which use electrically charged particles to generate thrust, have been pursued with renewed vigor partly due to the interest Lazar sparked in alternative propulsion methods. Case studies reveal that individuals in the aerospace and defense industries have drawn inspiration from Lazar's accounts. For instance, experimental projects aimed at developing more efficient and powerful energy sources sometimes reference the theoretical potentials of elements with high atomic numbers, reminiscent of Lazar's element 115. Lazar's story has also shaped speculative science and technology within popular science fiction. Concepts like faster-than-light travel, anti-gravity devices, and advanced cloaking technologies are frequently explored in literature, movies, and TV shows. These narratives often draw on Lazar's claims, presenting them as achievable future technologies. In science fiction, shows like Star Trek and The Expanse explore advanced propulsion and energy systems that echo Lazar's descriptions. These fictional representations influence public perception and scientific curiosity, blurring the lines between imagination and potential reality. Lazar's story has undoubtedly contributed to this fusion of fiction and speculative science. If the technologies Lazar described were to be realized and commercialized, the implications for civilian life would be profound. Imagine the impact of anti-gravity devices, which could revolutionize transportation by eliminating the need for traditional vehicles. Flying cars and personal aircraft could become commonplace, drastically reducing travel time and changing urban planning. Advanced energy solutions based on Lazar's descriptions could lead to highly efficient and clean energy sources. Such technology could address global energy needs, reduce reliance on fossil fuels, and mitigate environmental impacts. The potential for decentralized energy production could also empower remote and underdeveloped regions, improving living standards worldwide.